Oh, well. All right. I'm not going to talk about all the fucking interference we get. What's the fucking point? So, just so you know, just because I tried to make a video 4 hours ago and now doesn't mean I was trying for 4 hours. I know you're sitting there waiting at work or whatever. But I find it funny exactly when your breaks at work, exactly when your breaks at work would come up. Yep, keep showing me with pictures of me with my eyes closed. Start showing me the edited pictures too. Come on, go back to this. That's 2-year-old shit, bro. Jesus Christ. So, one of 25 of these was imported to Canada. It is French and English. Sama de la deuxième. See if I can get a good angle on that. Yeah, I'm trying to block the sun here from hitting the lens. See, it's ghetto, but it works. Well, it's upside down. Here you go. Uh, yeah, it's not the best angle here. It is an incredibly easy to read. There is luminous material, sort of a reddish orange color. We'll get to all that. I'm not a big fan of the dive bezels. This one's nice. This one clicks around nice, easy to read. Most of the time I hate this pattern because they're all exactly the same. You see what I'm talking about? Those two on the, see how they're exactly the same? I don't like those dive bezels. But anyway, point is, this will keep running as long as I keep moving, and that's the point of this. It's got a transparent case back and a bunch of other shit. I'm going to try to roll a joint, and I got a couple links for you. So there was something here I was just looking. I didn't look at it I looked at it. I didn't pull up the link that said a huge bunch of Nova Scotia farms do not have a succession plan. So what? Nova Scotia farms don't grow shit that's useful, and most farms everywhere don't have a succession plan. I know, I'm very cynical. You can't. You can almost see. You can almost see. Let's see. Let's see if we can get that shot with this camera. Uh, uh-huh. Okay, so you can't tell, but I'll tell you, at the that black line along the side is not a shadow. At the very back, that is some fucking decay. At the side, it's a shadow. At the back, that's decay. Okay, so the Monkey King. I think we made it to chapter 3 or 4. I think we made it to chapter 4 when this cut out. I've got the box and every book and everything for this. Don't need it. I know. Sapphire. It's red on black. They have another one pretty much identical to this. I don't know how many they brought to Canada, all that shit, but it's blue on black. Okay. It's a springy. Yeah, anyway. Oh, and yes, it is a SEIKO 5, even though it's on a NATO strap. That is, where is it? So it says SEIKO on the buckle. And I could have sworn it said it in the fabric somewhere. And so the man was telling me SEIKO makes their own nylon. This is 22 millimeters, so it matches up. So in theory, I could put this strap on this gold watch here. I don't know if I could put this buckle, this bracelet on this watch. So a SEIKO 5 almost always comes with a stainless steel bracelet. I've never, in fact, seen one come with anything other than a bracelet, but I'm not the expert on them. Since it comes with the NATO strap from the factory, and it is the red and black for independent soldiers, there are no numerals on the dial because there don't need to be, but it's got the date, and it's got the date as SEIKO 5s have. Transparent case back. It's got the cool Superman S number 5. No, we do 55, area code 555. 18th Street, put 666 on the dash. You know what I'm talking about? 96 since 96, 83 since 83, rolling 200s and all that shit. You don't know? It's okay. It's okay. So this is basically, these two here are similar. The problem is, I'm trying to show you several at the same time. There we go. These two. Similar, but worlds apart. Worlds apart. And yet they're both on the continent of Asia. Go figure. If you want to get technical. So I got a couple links here. I forget what the two of them were. Something about a cruise ship brawl. Hold on a second. Cruise ship brawl. Oh, fuck. I'm going to press play. I'm going to throw these links and I'm going to try to roll the joint. And when I get it lit, I will pull up the Monkey King thing. Okay, and this is just to block the sun a bit while I figure all this shit out. And yes, I know, like, I own too many watches. No, I'm wearing the watches I own. I had others in this fucking house for some reason that I have no intention of wearing. I see any cool shit today. I saw all sorts of cool shit. Lots of pretty girls. I'm gonna go back outside. Fuck the video. I got like some people watching to do. Hiking. That's what I'm doing. So if I click here, that should pop up here. Carnival Cruise. Ah, okay. Carnival Cruise Brawl. I swear that's what it said. Okay. Does this curdle button not work? C, Turtle V, yes. Tab, tab, tab. Spacebar. Something about phosphorus. Oh, white phosphorus. Oh. You people are not nice. When I catch up with all of you, you're going to be not happy. Well, we got representations of everything. We got an American denim company here. Gold watches represent another dead Nazi. I'm Afro-Dutch. That's why everything's black or black on red. And you know what? I think I will hand you guys a link to a music video too, just for the hell of it. Tab, 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 just because it's right on the top of the list here. I can't see what I'm doing. Spacebar. You can read that one if you want. Phosphorus. You motherfuckers think you're dope shit. Hey, you know what phosphorus won't do? It won't kill my tomatoes. And it won't salt the earth against the grapes. You think you're shit, huh? You ain't shit, trust me. You ain't nothing. This is like the United Nations here of my flight computer, so to speak, my combat engine. Personally, I'm the combat engine, and this is the assistive devices, RISC processors. So everybody's got to have a bit of an input. Even the Japanese chilled out. Fuck is your problem, stupid? Dumb motherfucker. Oh, I don't have a link to the Putin video, but that one's actually... You gotta look up Hank Trill, Control V. Couple of I'll just... There we go. So I've got the book for this. That is very brightly reflective. It is not really that flat. Maybe it is sapphire. It should be low glare. So it won't scratch, but it will shatter. And the guy goes, exactly, that's what I was going to say. I joked with him as he's pulling out the warranty card and things like, the warranty card I'm never going to need. He goes, yeah, some of them you never really need to send in the thing. And he's like, come to think of it, I can't think of ever having to cash in on the SEIKO warranties. Since he's an elite SEIKO dealer, I believe it. So I got those three there. Okay, I'm going to press play on this. Yeah, see, it's bright over here. Flash. Is that Cherenkov radiation? It might be, sir. I guess I don't have to get up. Hold on, what am I doing? Coffee. Listen, if you just grasping at trying to stay on top of things and not flip out or kill somebody, hold on to your life. That's sort of what I do these videos for. I apologize for taking so long to get to any particular useful point, but you're welcome for giving me so many hours of filler. Damn it. Yeah, this is what I want. This, this. And I haven't said it in a while. Oh, by the way, we got two watches resized, and the edifice we gave to somebody, and the MTP 1129 we damn near gave away. But he says he doesn't want the bracelet, so if he gives me the bracelet back, then really we both spent $5 on a bracelet that neither one of us wants. But that's not the point. So these are the links. They appear to be 1 centimeter right on center, which wouldn't surprise me because the Russians would keep things simple like that. Which size should we use? Well, all these other companies don't standardize, so I can't figure that out. We took 3 links, so I think we could take a 4th, but I like it being able to flop. That is my fault, by the way. That's twice today I've done that, where I've applied the pressure to the tangs. There is a positive engagement here to release it. It's much like this guess here. If you press on it, it will release. Oh, this is the problem. I think. No, it's me. The problem's me. And that's like an $8 fee to resize the band. It's nothing. It's nothing to make the shit work correctly. What it was for me is this keeps flopping way too much, and it's flopping this way, okay, and swinging all over the goddamn place. And I don't think it's too good for the mechanism. It shouldn't bother it too much. I love this dude. He's got so many awesome things. I was looking at some of these gold things he's got. on the wall. He tells me there's a guy putting together. It's new with old parts, if that makes sense, like old cases and shit. Like, yeah, that's what it looks like. It's not a pretend throw together India what do they call those? Fucking Punjab specials or something. No offense, they call them something like that. He's got Fortis. He was wearing a square Fortis 36912, just like it was 19, somewhere between 68 and 78. We were about to go get in one of them Princess fucking Mercedes with the fucking diesel. Like, no, like serious, like I time traveled there. He's got a Movado weather station. Now, I've got a weather station on the wall. There's no point trying to turn it to the camera to look at it at the moment. What it is so mine is hydrometer, humidity, barometer, temperature. His is one's temperature, one's barometer. I think the temperature was on top. I don't remember. Yeah, temperature on top, barometer, and a Movado clock. And I swear this is some type of cherry rosewood looking stuff. You don't see this type of wood that you can just buy today things made out of. You saw that, right? Would you believe that site is still... What the fuck, eh? He's got Victorinox, which is real Swiss Army. This new Swiss Army is not a thing. Victorinox. He had one that was this gray sort of color. The band sort of does this sine wave. Okay, the bracelet does this sort of sine wave, like it's a resin bracelet. Like it looks like it's meant to be nice and stretchy. I can see your thumbs up, but I don't see viewers, so I'm so sorry. If I don't realize there's people watching, whatever. I'm gonna ramble and ramble. Wait till I'm done and then watch. You can skip the boring parts. He's got a Victorinox. This one, I swear, it's a Swiss Army watch, but it is also a two-tone gold and stainless. It looks like something a Navy admiral should be wearing, like a submarine fucking command. Like if this is a tank commander's watch, like for like an individual tank with 5 guys in it, this thing he's got in the window. I'm about to say I want to take pictures, but at the same point, I don't know if I could do them justice, but I really should take, I don't know. You can look these up. All these different brands. There's some really beautiful shit out there. Check out your local jewelry store rather than fucking just buying shit off the internet. No, because, and that's why I copped this SEIKO 5, because for 200 and something, which means let's say 300 and something, I could get the same old SEIKO 5 everybody's got. And for basically about $100 more on the list price, I got this one that nobody else can get. Well, 24 other people in Canada can get. Okay, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to press the button on the music here. And sometime in the next 2 tracks, I'm going to try to pull up this Monkey King thing. And while that's running, I'm going to try to read this book to give you pertinent details. But I know it's got 24 jewels. It's got the transparent case back. When I unhook it from my wrist, I'll show you. It's just not... it deserves a much better picture than I can give you with this camera. If you've seen one, you've seen them all, right? But press play. Oh. Never first blue balls. Fuck you all night. Oh, it's still full of books, but that's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you already know who it is. But just in case you didn't, it's 16, bitch. Oh. Yeah. I'm a boss. Ain't talking Rick Ross. Got there in the shoot, but never first blue balls. Fuck you all hype, boy. Call me just for down, man. I done lost my mind, and there's nowhere to be found. I be on some chill shit you ain't about, man. I can't just be.
When it comes to like the personality of a rapper, whether it's a real person or just like a character, okay, because I love Hank Trill as well, but 16 has got to be one of my favorites because I've got the sickle cell and all these other health problems that drive me up the fucking wall. I didn't get any medication. Hey, bonus for me, I was gonna buy another bottle of these and I didn't. Learning to deal with the pain mentally. 16 gives me the energy to say fuck you, I'm not dying without a good reason today. Got rollies here somewhere. listen to this kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, you already know who it is. But just in case you didn't, it's Trippz, bitch. Yeah. I'm a boss, ain't talking Rick Ross, got them to shoot, but never first blue balls. Fuck you all hype, they call me this for down, man. I done lost my mind and there's nowhere to be found. I be on some chill shit you ain't about, man. I'm killing this beat, I be always in the book out. Let me stunt a little, got these bitches.
Okay, they were in there.
Man, I'm spitting hot as dogs, I think it might be side of fever, yeah, talking on the right.
This is not the time for me to discover I have hidden pockets. It's not. I need these right now. I didn't know there was some sort of hidden pocket here.
And I ain't talking about no dark night. Riding through the city, got the bitch right inside. Gun, big tip, big ass, but she got a little waist. Yeah, I like to fuck, but I prefer to get that face. Shark gang on the rise right now, right now. We headed to the top right now. Make a meal, maybe two. Meet some bitches, fuck a few. Back to the money is how we do. We running shit, I bet you knew.
Hold on. You hear that? Make a mill, maybe two. No, you've heard 1,000 rappers say, I'm gonna make $1 million. I'm gonna make $1 million. I'm one of the only people that talks about making 2 or 3. Because they make a $3 coin. That's another story. They make a $3 coin up here. Only costs $20.
Shark gang on the rise right now. We headed to the top right now. Make a meal, maybe two. Meet some bitches, fuck a few. Back to the money is how we do. We running shit, I bet you knew. Get into the money, bro. Fuck all the bullshit. Yeah, 16, but I'm riding with a new bitch. DM me the team, I put on for my team. Yeah, bitch, I'm faded. Like a pair of.
I know we're all very creative. That's GMG, Get Money Gang. GME is Get Money Entertainment. Oh. So I'm going to shut up. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up.
Bitches come, bitches go. I fuck them all and let them go. Shout out to the mic, cause homie as the CEO. Holding in my cup, got me feeling kinda slow. Yeah, I'm sipping till I just can't take no more. She never been a smoker, but she said since you're broke. This a one-time thing, but she wanna come back for more. She want the good, when I say I'm a boss, bitch. Hear me, sorry.
You can't fucking read it, but you know what it is.
On the rise right now. We headed to the top right now. Make a meal, maybe two. Meet some bitches, fuck a few. Back to the money is how we do. We running shit, I bet you knew. Shark gang on the rise right now. We headed to the top right now. Make a meal, maybe two. Meet some bitches, fuck a few. Back to the money is how we do. We running shit, I bet you knew.
Is it only Germans that are terrified when you ask them what they are and you guess right?
Sure, yeah. These ladies fucking love us. They wanna kill with us.
I wouldn't put you through that. By the way, cigarettes will fucking kill you.
Always rocking that new shit. Fly nigga, shorty thing, we in this bitch like a telephone. That purple shit's what I'm on. All about them presidents. Got 20 grips outside my crib. That's a rich nigga residence. Closet big, it's just flag. Hell yeah, that's hella swag. I tell her to pop that while I throw a stack all on her ass. They ask me what I'm reppin', I throw up my ass. Shorty gang, we in this bitch.
Papa was Magnum, big money in bad hoes. Not hard, that good shit, we running it, no limits though. Shark gang mafia, your girl look familiar. Trippy ass dude, so I don't really remember. So rock pure fucking chaser. Shark style, no razor. Got love for my fans, even for my haters. Turn up on this peso, turn it to a euro. Ballin' like LeBron, go ring on my pinky, bro.
So the SEIKO 5 logo is a stylized ass. And it's red and black. It makes me feel so happy, like a Superman shirt with a red logo on black. Because we all, you know what? I'm gonna just shut up.
Okay, I'm right through that check. Spit it all on close. Keep it real with my squad. Push Money come and go, so all I do is spend it. Moving slow mo, cause that purple's what I'm sipping. Right through that check, spin it all on close. Keep it real with my squad, cause y'all niggas act like hoes. Money comes and go, so all I do is spend it. Moving slow mo, cause that purple's what I'm sipping. Right? All of my connect, cause I'm trying to call me a zippin'. I'ma blow it down to myself to be that motherfucker that's fucking all black. Your money like my brothers, now that's a fucking fact. People tell me to claim it, that simple, not for better flame. This cocaine that is one girl in my circle.
I'm from Atlanta where hood niggas get rich. And Ciara said, oh, oh. Wait, this Monkey King story will fucking blow your mind, bro.
Skinny jeans and I the metal legs. Spin it all on close, keep it real with my squad, cause y'all niggas act like hoes. Money come and go, so all I do is spin it. Moving slow mo, cause that purple's what I'm sipping.
This is Big June, no fucks given. And he just reminds me so much of Nelson Muntz. In a very particular scene. I know I'm all about The Simpsons. I know, here's why. Season 1 of The Simpsons is grade 1. Same year for me, grade 1. I turn 40 next year. Yeah, so it's a big... Nelson rolls by taking everybody's lunch money. Hey, Lisa, what's up? Not much. You want my money? Nah, chicks get all your money in the end anyway. Wow, that's so sexist, but thanks. That's the reality for me. Chapter 4, it says we got to.
Money comes and goes, so all I do is spin it. Moving slow mo, cause that purple's what I'm sitting. I'm running through that check, spin it all of designer, but I think they didn't want me. Now I got these hoes going crazy, I'm addicted to dope. Run shit, motherfucker, yeah, I know it be ugly, but my car is fucking sexy. I'm no cheese in the quesadilla, cock full of them horses, shoes on my ass, and we still rock their forces. I'm just wildin' with my campaign, gold watches and gold rings. Started off with a Gucci shirt, now it's Gucci everything. For the real.
The weeds over there somewhere. I don't know if you'll see all that greasiness. It's like a purple kush derivative they're calling blue coma. So on the outside it just looks green like any other, like you couldn't pick it out from any other to say it's purple. I know you can sort of see it's oily. It's oily like I sprayed it with WD-40. They're calling it blue coma. No blue dream. This should have knocked you out. With the pain levels I got, and on top of it, if you don't know about the rest of it, I got wisdom teeth that got to come out. And go to the dentist, get it done. Yeah, thanks for the tip. You know, I'm working on that. Those are codeine over the counters. All I can say is watch out for that shit, because a lot of people get sucked into that shit. I don't like it at all. It barely works, but those are dangerous.
That short gang, you ain't fucking my campaign, room full of real niggas. That short gang, you ain't fucking my campaign, right through that trick, get it all up.
6 officers hurt, 2 suspects dead.
Was resigned from city council, a position he took just days after the mass shooting at Robb Elementary.
What happened?
Raptors believe they can build the best package for Kevin Durant and the Jays.
I know I'm the guy that's always on top of everything. Guess what? If it happened more than 1,000 meters from my front door, I don't know about it right now. I know there's half-mast flags everywhere.
Consumer confidence
The last 3-4 weeks.
to fall as worries over inflation and a housing correction grow.
If I turn it down, we'll miss it. So let's
City News Time 7:31.
Traffic and weather time. Here's
Is it really? Look how fucking bright it is.
This report is brought to you by Diamond and
I've
Diamond
got stuff
Motors,
to try to block it,
eastbound 401 at Dixon. And that collision that was blocking the two center lanes has been cleared, so all lanes have reopened. Still seeing some delays, though, from the 427 to pretty much Islington, but that is going to clear up quite nicely. I got my eye on the camera, and the flow of traffic already starting to move better. As well, the 400 to east of the Allen.
By the way, we didn't notice cameras sprouted up in my neighborhood like mushrooms. They are everywhere like the Falcons. And yes, they're out here too.
Busy approaching Baroque Street, then at Leslie in the Express. Still vehicle
Baroque
blocking
Street,
the right
did you
lane,
say
so expect
that?
to slow down from the 404. In the Express, if you get into the Collectors, it's definitely a better drive. Northbound DVP, busy from approaching Lawrence to approaching York Mills. Southbound DVP, seeing a slow spot from the 401 to south of Lawrence, also starting to improve. Southbound 400, still seeing a delay approaching 88. There's an emergency vehicle in the right shoulder. That's what's causing that issue. Westbound Gardner heading out of the city, approaching Jarvis to the Spadina ramp. There's a delay there. Also, if you're thinking about using westbound Lakeshore, Young to York, two left lanes closed off for maintenance, so that's also busy.
All I can think of is
And then back
this.
to the westbound Gardner. It slows back down.
Why don't you turn out to be from like,
to the
you know,
427
Singapore or Hong
and
Kong
then
or
on the
something?
Toronto bound QEW
Not that that
approaching
doesn't
50
matter.
Road, two left lanes closed off due to a crash, slow go from approaching Casablanca, and then once you get onto the eastbound QEW here, Ontario to Dixie, that's another slow
Okay,
spot.
12
Eastbound
inches, 37
Gardner
meters,
delay
then
Islington
going
to
closer
Jameson,
and
then Strawn
focus
to Bathurst. Eastbound 403 expected delay through Dundas. If insurance companies have high-priced lawyers fighting for them, who's fighting for you? Call Diamond and Diamond, Canada's
Bunch of
largest
niggas with
injury law
guns,
firm with over
bandanas,
60
the fuck?
lawyers.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
1-800-567-HURT.
Did it come out as a threat again? Because I kind of meant it this time.
Here's Carl Lamb.
We've got a clear evening coming our way. Temperatures dropping down to 14 degrees for an overnight low. And then for
Bullshit.
tomorrow, we've got
Bullshit.
temperatures headed back up to 26 degrees. And it's a beautiful and gorgeous
Tell
way
us
to
about the
cap off
humidity.
long weekend with mostly sunny conditions. Our overnight low on Sunday,
Straight
that will be
ahead,
14.
30
And then for
centimeters.
Monday, we've got a mix of sun and cloud to start, but then the clouds increase. 25 will be the high, and then we have some showers rolling in. Late Monday night, those will linger into Tuesday morning. Tonight's overnight low.
Oh, it's not
is
doing a
14.
bad job considering how much crap it is.
It's a beautiful day right now. 27 is sunny.
Tell us
downtown
about-
Toronto and at Pearson 26. City News Time 7:33.
One person is dead and 7 others are injured after a crash in the downtown core. It happened shortly before midnight in the entertainment district. The 26-year-old man was killed while standing outside a popular bar. Another pedestrian was seriously injured.
Yeah,
This woman
there's
heard the crash from her apartment.
perfect storm.
Really probably the worst that I have ever seen in my life.
Police say a westbound Jeep Cherokee went through a red light and crashed into two vehicles on University, pushing them onto crowded sidewalks. The 6 occupants of the vehicles were
These
all
idiots
injured.
are all up right to the curb, not watching, because it's like this invisible wall between the sidewalk and the street that doesn't exist, but you're drunk, so you
City
don't
News
know.
Time 7:34. Days after a shootout at a Vancouver Island bank, we're learning more about the suspects who were killed.
Now, see, the car accident to me is useless death. That to me is at least interesting.
The two suspects killed in the Saanich shootout Tuesday have been ID'd as 22-year-old Matthew and Isaac Ochterlony, twin brothers from the nearby BC community of Duncan. Their family has been notified and is cooperating, but so far no motive has been identified. And police say neither man had a criminal record, though a deeper look into their
Bullshit,
background
there's
is
some-
ongoing.
what is
Corporal
Duncan? I know
Alex
Duncan.
Burbank.
So we understand that there's a lot of questions that
You're not going to get the answers to because the records are sealed.
We answered the who, but still trying to understand exactly what took place and why.
You don't know which brother is which, you fucking liar.
And both brothers were killed at the scene. Investigators have said they're still looking into whether anyone else was involved or associated. Hannah Nassar, City News.
I'll have to
And
dispose
if you missed the massive Canada Day fireworks display at Ashbridges Bay last night,
No, that's not her. Canada, it's Ontario.
Toronto had to cancel the
On your
display
Ontario
at
Street.
Sidewalk
You're in
on
West
Park
Toronto.
Shore. But that show is expected to go ahead this evening at 10 o'clock. Another show was postponed at Milliken Park. That is expected to go
When you say
ahead later in the
o'clock,
year.
I feel like
but
I'm
the city
required
hasn't
to check the
determined a date
time.
yet.
If you had your own fireworks show in your backyard last night, there
You were
is
breaking
a
the law.
safe way to dispose of them
Oh,
following the
no, you weren't. You
pyrotechnics.
weren't. My bad.
City
My
is
bad.
asking
You
that
weren't.
you never put used or unused fireworks in the recycling bin. You're being asked instead to soak them in water for an extended period of time
Put them in a
and then
bucket of
wrap them in
water.
a plastic bag to prevent them from drying out. You can then throw them in the garbage bin.
City News Time 7:36.
Which
Canadian
is
Tire
also not
celebrated
how
its
you deal with
100th birthday
TNT, but
in
that's
East York this
another
afternoon,
story.
with the organization holding a mini parade for the occasion. City's Emily Vukovic joins us with details. For the official kickoff of summer, Canadian Tire has lined the front lawns of nearly 50 homes with an over-the-top, spectacular, floaty-filled scene. The Summer of the Century celebration
pure
showcases
advertising, and we're only 6 minutes into the half hour.
Flamingos, 11-foot dinosaur pool floaties, and so much more. Located on Vestido Ave, the event runs daily until sundown and is completely free. To help keep everyone cool, they've been handing out popsicles, ice cream, and other surprises as well.
So spend money at Canadian Tire because they love you, or because you feel like you owe it to them. Jesus, like, see, there was almost a story there, almost. So some guys, two guys, and they don't know which one is which. I don't give a fuck what they say. 991. Let's hear this. 941, and then I'm giving up on the Anglophone stations. 903, and then I'm done.
À moi, car j'ai une passion pour les voix patinées, les voix éraillées, les voix...
I'm done. I'm just absolutely done. It's not happening.
Pumps dropped 7 cents overnight to just under $1.87 a liter at most GTA stations. This is the lowest gas price since May, when it cost $1.86.9 for a liter of regular. Gas prices have exceeded $2 a liter for most of last month. Chief Petroleum Analyst with Empro International, Roger McKnight, says Ontario's gas tax cut, as well as a decline in wholesale prices,
this one
is contributing to the drop. But McKnight
all the way from Russia.
At the pumps is likely to come on Monday.
I got it from New York, but technically this came all the way from fucking Thailand and China. This one came from Japan.
Early morning shooting. It happened near Brimley and Lawrence around 1:30 this morning. When police arrived on scene, they found a man with serious gunshot wounds.
So they finished him off by stepping on his throat.
City News Times.
So to buy all these same ones today is going to cost you the fuel price.
He will be resigning his seat at City Council. Pete Arredondo was sworn in days after the mass shooting at Robb Elementary. It left 21 people dead, including 19 children. He says he made the decision because he feels it's important for the city to move forward without distractions. The Uvalde Police Department has faced major scrutiny for its response to the massacre after it was determined it took officers nearly an hour to enter the classroom where the shooter was located.
22 minutes. I recorded it. 22 minutes to come one block, one set of lights for the fire department with a nuclear fuel pellet plant next door. They are putting up at least 11 towers within a block of here right now.
Received Food and Drug Administration approval.
The use of abortion pills has been the most common method to end pregnancy since 2000.
Oh.
The FDA approved the main
Even though most women might not realize that was how.
South Dakota law has now taken effect that threatens felony punishment for anyone who prescribes medication for an abortion without a license from the State Board of Medical Osteopathic Examiners.
I thought it was going to be like the drug dealers are going to get in trouble now, the pharmacists. Okay, hold on. Because way back in the day, a doctor could say this person should take cannabis here in Canada, and whether it had any legal effect or not, the doctor couldn't get in trouble. You're telling me?
Such bans are logistically difficult.
Yeah, no shit. They've been doing their damnedest to get rid of this for a long time. No, I didn't buy it from them either.
Struggling to find an insurance
Did they not just tell us the gas?
Conditions with the all-new Manulife Government Guaranteed Issue Enhanced Insurance Plan.
Do you need health insurance? Have you been turned down for disability? Do you need a workplace lawyer because you don't think you should have been fired? Do you have a criminal record and you need a car with no credit whatsoever? Want to buy a Rolex?
You're never alone. Insurance products are underwritten by the manufacturer's life insurance company, also known as Manulife.
Manufacturers.
Gas price update and Pro predicts the price will.
No, because I'm not even sure what Discord is. Listen, every time I get the idea of what it is. It's a server somebody runs. You can exchange files or whatever, video or whatever. But no, I don't, because I stopped moving ahead when I hit YouTube. Okay. Like honestly, wasn't there Vine and then on Twitter and then Twitter incorporate? Now you can do 1,000 characters on Twitter, and there's I forget what the new one is. TikTok. To answer your question, no. So now I'm all fucked up. I knew I was going to roll a second joint. I just didn't realize why. Okay, so let's recap. What fucking city did this, man? That didn't happen in Toronto. What's this 19 kids getting shot? Forgive me. It's just, there's been a bunch of these fucking school shootings, and I don't remember what fucking one. Every single one of these fucking mass shootings is handled completely inappropriately. And look at the members of the public. You call the cops, whatever. Oh my God, someone's shooting up the school, whatever. And you pray something good happens. Here's the cops leaning against a wall somewhere. So this is why I smoke weed that comes off the reserve. So I think white people bring it from the reserve for Mexicans to sell to black people to sell to me. I think. I'm not sure anymore. I'm upset now. So I did not get to the why. Let's take this off and I can show you at least the transparent case back. So yes, this is, so it's black metal. It's not plastic. It comes with a legit, okay, hold on. I'm new to NATO straps. This is a legit NATO strap, okay? If we go to war right now and they're all lined up to get going, they're like, okay, who needs a watch NATO strap? You can say, no, sir, mine already has one. And they would say, yes, that is basically what it needs to be. It's got the two loops here. Okay, now they don't usually come with this, and you don't usually put one on here. And why would that be? So I took the plastic off. So the odd part is, because with the transparent case back, you now have this fabric pressed against it. And I've already learned that any moisture will sort of collect there. It won't damage anything by any means, but it looks weird. So, not that it matters. I believe that's right side up. If I can get the right angle. So no, you're not going to get all the details. But if you wonder why we call it automatic, it's because it's self-winding. And if you see the rotor there, it seems to stay level. Now I can see up close that it appears in both directions it's winding these gears. It's got the nice SEIKO logo with the 5. It's a stylized number 5 that looks kind of like a S as well. Let's see. Water resistant 10 bar stainless steel. Oh shit, is that what it says on the front? 4R36-07G. Looks like a 0. There's an A0 in a box and what looks like an upside down U with an underline. I'm not sure what that means, except maybe don't bring magnets near this. Oh, so what I was going to say, if you look at how it's beveled, I don't want to put a metal bracelet on this. It'll take one. I'm sure I could fit one to it. I could probably make this gold one fit if I jammed it on there. I think it's only off by a millimeter, but the width is perfect. This one was intended to go with it. There we go. You can sort of see the angle there, that bevel right here. But and see, this is once I put the strap back on, you can't see it. So you might as well see also that the crown is at an odd angle. It's not at any particular hour or minute that I can determine, but they do that on purpose to protect the crown. It's one of their things. It's not a G-Shock, but there's a similar concept to try to make a watch that'll just run and run and run. I'm gonna hook this back together now. So there was a shootout at a bank with 2 twin brothers in a place where the name rings in the back of my head. No, you don't understand. I have a brother most people don't realize, so it's like this weird Disney ghost. And I have a doppelganger who I am not related to at all, whose aunt apparently lives in this building here, and she can't identify us until she's this far away. I'm not joking. It's been 25 years since I knew this guy existed, and we still look the same. How fucking weird is that? So yes, I do a lot of things that look a little different and unique, and I push it a little bit because I need people to know I'm not him, just in case I get him shot or he gets me shot. I just hate seeing people go to jail for like misidentification. There's lots of really small writing on this, and it has a serial number, but you know what? I'm going to press play again. I'm going to roll another fucking joint because I didn't get nothing good out of that news. There's no such thing as good news. No news is good news, right? I'm fucking shaking. God damn. Everything got to ruin my day somehow. Oh, and with the NATO strap, so if you put it up through the 2 loops and you get this big long hanging piece, if you do this just right, what you do is you fold that back over and back under the 2nd loop, and you just sort of pull it tight, and it'll basically stay that way if everything's off. That proved me wrong, thank you. Otherwise, that'll basically stay that way. I could tighten it down another notch, I guess. And I'm guessing since it's nylon, it'll eventually either the holes will stretch a bit or it'll stretch to one side or the other. But since I flip them from overhand and underhand and left and right hand. I'm not worried about it. And by the time that day comes, I'll have some other strap to put on here, hopefully. He told me, the man I got it from, that people are asking him if they can buy the strap by itself. And before he could even finish his sentence, I said, no, you got to buy the watch, stupid. I'm pressing play. I'm pressing play. Oh, no news is good news. They've started running the street sweepers again, apparently. And what I said would happen, happened. There are dozens of them where the road all around the storm drain is it's destroyed. It's a hole into nowhere. The water's just pouring into the underground somewhere. Oh, we dump 3.650 kilograms of uranium down that drain every year that they admit to. They have a license for up to 9,000 kilos. That's renewed every 10 years, which means they could dump 90,000 kilos. 90 metric tons, and they didn't violate their license. And it's just the storm drains. Who gives a fuck, right? The sewage is radioactive. I'm not even joking. You might notice I pick lots of things off the ground and throw them immediately in the recycling bin. You'll notice there's all sorts of shit I won't touch because I don't know how. Once it's been sitting on the ground for a while, it's got dirt on it. Everything around here contaminated with uranium. Everything. It has to be because nobody cleans anything ever, and nobody runs a Geiger counter through here. They run drug dogs through this building, but they won't run a Geiger counter through the neighborhood. See, it's this awkward angle.
Okay, I'm running through that check. Get it all up close, keep it real. With my squad, bitch, y'all niggas acting like hoes. Money come and go, so all I do is spend it. Moving slow now, cause that fuck is what I'm sipping. I'm running through that check. Get it all up close, keep it real. With my squad, bitch, y'all niggas acting like hoes. Money comes and go, so all I do is spend it. Moving slow now, cause that fuck is what I'm sipping, right? Yeah, that check, back up all of my connect. I'm trying to find me a zip. And I'ma blow it out of myself to be that motherfucker, that fucking all day. To money like my brother, now that's a fucking fact. You bitch, I'm in the plane of that bitch, so not fuck that plane. It's so clean, that is one brother, my special bitch, you don't fuck with no team.
In about 3 verses, this kid has brought back my spirit to live again.
You hoe-ass nigga, you snitch ass nigga, claiming that you getting money, you some broke ass niggas, I'm on that real shit, that good shit, so close up with my team, my beat that doesn't trying to see the color green, but my colors full of these bands, so tell them skinny jeans and not a metal lead, that straight up from the band, okay, I'll run through that track, spin it all on clothes,
This is hard.
I'm a star, put y'all niggas out like hoes. Don't come and go, so all I do is spin it. Moving slow low, cause that pop is what I'm sipping. I'm right through that check, spin it out like clothes. Keep it real with my squad, put y'all niggas out like hoes. Money comes and go, so all I do is spin it. Moving slow low, cause that pop is what I'm sipping. I'm right through that check, spin it all of this out of black. Then they didn't want me, now I got these hoes going crazy. I'm addicted to dope, but shit, like a filthy. Yeah, I may be ugly, but my car is fucking sexy. Got no cheese in the country, damn. My car's full of them horses, shoes on my ass, and we still rock their forces. I'm just rolling with my campaign, gold watches and gold rings. Started off with a Gucci shirt, now it's Gucci everything.
Gucci see where's kids see my face.
You ain't fucking my campaign, room full of real niggas. That's your gang. You ain't fucking my campaign. I'm right through that check, spin it all on clothes. Keep it real with my squad, put y'all niggas out like hoes. money come and go, so all I do is spin it. Moving slow mo, cause that purple's what I'm sipping. Right through that check, spit it out like clothes, keep it real with my squad, cause y'all niggas money comes and go, so all I do is spin it. Moving slow mo, cause that purple's what I'm sipping, right?
About to cop and no one smoke it all to myself, cause I'm that nigga dressed in all black. And they say, shout out Big Mike, the producer, whatever. He was on Facebook at the time I downloaded this, and I told him I need this type of shit to get through medical problems. Fuck gangster shit. I just need this to stay alive.
Okay, I'm right through that check. Spin it all on clothes, keep it real with my squad, cause y'all niggas acting like hoes. Money come and go, so all I do is spin it. Moving slow now, cause that purple's what I'm sipping. I'm right through that check. Spin it all on clothes, keep it real.
You don't know this and you can't tell, there's a train very close by idling, and there's some other piece of industrial equipment buzzing, and it's gonna drive me up the wall.
Moving slow, no, cause that purple's what I'm sipping, right? I'm trying to call you a zipping, I'ma blow it down to myself to be that motherfucker, fucking gold black. I'm running like my brothers, now that's a fucking fact. You bitch, I'm in the plane with that pistol, not a better plane, just so clean. That is one girl in my circle, till she don't fuck with your team. Oh, hoe ass nigga, you snitch ass nigga, claiming that you getting money, you some broke ass niggas. I'm on that real shit, that real shit. So cold for with my team, my feet that dirty, trying to get it, trying to see the color do. I bet my car full of these bands, so tell them skinny jeans and all the metal legs. Shit, that's straight up from the band. Okay, I'll run through that check, spin it all on clothes, keep it real with my squad, cause y'all niggas act like hoes. Money come and go, so all I do is spin it. Moving slow low, cause that purple's what I'm sipping. I'll run through that check, spin it all on clothes, keep it real with my squad, cause y'all niggas act like hoes. Money comes and go, so all I do is spin it. Moving slow low, cause that purple's what I'm sipping. I'll run through that check, spin it all on designer, then they can't want me now. I got these hoes going crazy, I'm addicted to dope. Run shit, like a fashion, yeah, I may be ugly, but my car is fucking sexy. I'm more cheap than a case of beer. My car's full of them horses, shoes on my ass, and we still rock their forces. I'm just wildin' with my campaign. Gold watches and gold rings. Started off with a Gucci shirt, now it's Gucci everything. Gang full of real niggas, that's short gang. You ain't fuck with my campaign, room full of real niggas, that's short gang. You ain't fuck with my campaign.
Time the fuck up. 13 and 14-year-old kids were getting shot the fuck up a few months ago whenever I was last paying attention and trying to do these videos. Nobody gives a fuck. Okay, they're drive-bys out in the street, the kid's in a taxi. Like, yeah, there's a certain line, shooting up a cab. The problem is you don't know who the cabbie is, right? Amongst other things, or how he'll react, or how quickly the cop's gonna come. Okay, before that, 2019 and 2018, stabbings all over the goddamn place in the schools. We had 2 police officers investigating a collision, which to my understanding had been cleared up, like cleaned up, but they were there recording whatever data, making notes. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. 2 officers, I don't know how simple your day could be as a cop. Because it's all just math. Take pictures, write down what you see, and measure shit. There's nothing more to it if everything's been cleared up already. They start shooting at each other and unload their magazines at each other. What? If I said two Bloods did that to each other, you'd be like, that's weird, but it's not unheard of. Two cops in uniform investigating a traffic collision? This is my fucking province. I'm getting very fucking confused because I've been riding with this for so long that I don't know what's not normal. Like, I don't realize what's around me ain't normal. When I was little, I guess I didn't keep track of time so well. I thought the tire fire lasted for years. It was like somewhere between 8 months and a year and a half. I don't remember anymore because I could look it up again. I forgot again. It's on The Simpsons for like 20 fucking years, right? We had a tire fire at the same time. It was just normal. Oh, we got a fire we can't put out. Just gonna burn forever. Oh, this is the fucking place. I find asbestos everywhere. I'm like Mr. Asbestos Sniffer. Hey, you know what that shit is up there, right? I'm going outside, eh? I'm never coming back here again. Piece of concrete pipe, 2 feet long, 8-inch diameter. Just oh my god, it looks like loose. It looks like fibers sticking out of the concrete. It's sitting on top of somebody's recycling bin. Like the poor bastard that works for a private company. Thank God it's a private company because they probably are well versed on this shit here to fucking know. I'm holding it upside down, but regardless. There's a hole in the, they literally, they release these with a hole in it. They hang it like in the cloakroom, in wherever. Like you could stick it on a nail, on a post in the ground at a construction site where you haven't even stuck a shovel yet. 15 cubic feet per person per minute, 18 degrees, 18% oxygen minimum. But anyway, that doesn't apply in residential buildings. It only applies in workplaces. Well, there's assholes that work here that won't make the complaint. One thing after a fucking nugget. I see asbestos in new installations. How is that legal? I see hundreds of people get exposed to it because some idiot damaged it and then tried to hide what they did by undoing what they did instead of leaving it alone. And then they removed all the asbestos like within months. So, I know what happened. You damaged it and they had to remove it. No public notice whatsoever of what happened. None. A community kitchen open to the public to come eat at any time. There were little kids. There was, I remember quite clearly, a grandmother type woman used to come in with these 2 little kids. I'm assuming it was like an afternoon day, like kindergarten thing, and the parents must go to work during the day. So I don't fucking know. I assume because that's what my life was like. 25 years from now, that kid will barely be 30. I'm talking about asbestosis if you're fucking angry, eh? Come on, play button. What the fuck happened? I'm gonna make this work. Where's the Monkey King? Fuck this. Where's the classical music or something? I just broke my machine here somehow. It's done. Oh, for fuck's sake. You're going to freeze everything for no particular reason, eh? Very good. Very good. Yes, change everything. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sakes, man. Ridiculousness.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's Shark Gang. It's Shark Gang. It's Shark Gang. Shark Gang.
I'm tired of hoes acting like they run shit, and bitch niggas talking like they some shit. I mean, we doing it. We stay hungry, work hard like if we have bills monthly. Lost a couple friends and a couple hoes. Back on my A game, I call it honor roll. Shooting for 3.5 mil. Ain't bad for a nigga that's young still. We ain't bitch turned up. Middle fingers in the sky, 'cause we don't give a fuck. Short gang, we too hype.
So, if you're in Toronto right now, yesterday was Canada Day. If you're thinking internet time like I usually do, tomorrow is Independence Day.
And we're gonna go harder all night. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Shake that ass, girl. Shake that ass, girl. Shake that ass, girl.
Yeah. And I blew it with my crew. So many bitches that these guys got too. Oh, that was your girl. Yeah, we knew about it. And she getting fucked good, so she ain't worried about it. Yeah, old president in my pocket, chasing my dreams. So I'm speed rocking. Fuck jets, bro. We ride spaceship. Blowing up soon, just gotta be patient.
We ain't bitch turned up. Middle fingers in the sky, 'cause we don't give a fuck. Short gang, we too hype, and we gon' go harder all night. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Shake that ass, girl. Shake that ass, girl. Shake that ass, girl. Shake that ass, girl.
Oh, that's nice. That's why I drink coffee all fucking night. This whole fucking thing is messed up. Everything's fucking incorrect. It's not correct. And I think I collected like 2 dozen fucking aluminum cans and 40 fucking nails out of the road in the last 2 days. 6 batteries.
My bitch come from overseas. The code deep from Walgreens.
The problem is these guys.
Yeah, my moving slow.
The problem is these guys actually do codeine, so every second song is this weird, wavy. I know why you guys do the codeine, because you didn't have good weed. We had weed. We don't have spice or K2 up here, or whatever you call it. We don't really have a codeine. There's opiate addicts, but like. Oh, it's not my problem. I'm up there. Oh, it's a friggin' police guy. Fuck him. What was that?
Bro, we just chillin', eating good, living good, bro.
One pain in the ass I have with this mixtape is the fucking problem is it's all alphabetical
You
order.
ever seen a Mexican go this hard? You ever seen a Mexican go this hard? You ever seen a Mexican go this hard? You ever seen a Mexican go this hard? Okay, Atlanta's what I'm reppin'. My bankroll on steroids. Bitch, I'm straight flexin'. Your bankroll look like a model. No compliment. I'm talking anorexia.
I gotta hear the first 3 chapters again. I gotta hear them
I'm
again.
chillin' sexin', polo hat on my medulla. I'm just coolin', sippin' purple. Any beat I'm on, I go in, fuck a curfew. White girl think I'm awesome, awesome, awesome. Sippin' on some shit that got me feeling like a monster. No bullshit, my boys down the ride. 2 bad bitches right by my side. Ballin' on these suckers, man, they finna get posterized. I'm a Georgia boy, so what's happening, bro? Short gangs was poppin', so fuck your team, boy. You ever seen a Mexican go this hard? Mucho dinero, I'm talking stupid guap. I'm from Atlanta where hood niggas get rich. MOB lifestyle, but we never stress a chick. You ever seen a Mexican go this hard? Mucho dinero, I'm talking stupid guap. I'm from Atlanta where hood niggas get rich. MOB lifestyle, but we never stress a chick. I be on my shit, as them hoes that you be with. I'm in love with money, baby, I'm tryna back 50 rich. I'm feeling good, I keep a check, I'm cashing out. Jimmy, Shark Gang, we in this bitch, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. Hell yeah, it's going down. I'm from up North California, but I'm steady rapping the H-Town. I play close and I play hard, but I don't really play, bro. So fuck with me and get dragged out. Self-made, you know what about it, yeah, please the man. He got the laugh, yeah, my swag, that's what you bite, and I don't give a fuck.
I was listening to him.
Mama girl, like every day, and everywhere I go, I always got a different bro. I'm riding with my whole team looking like a fucking daddy. I'ma keep it G to the step of me, and I'm wildin' out. No stopping me in this breathing, man. I know you heard of me. I'm a young dude, young prodigy.
Also, that Hong Kong and the southern China area, Guangdong province, we can work closely with special task force. The Lion Rock spirit lies from the past
Special
to
task
now,
force
and it will
sounds
extend
like
to the future.
emergency task force, special weapons and tactics. Hold on a second.
Chat Lounge.
Cat Lounge.
The Chat Lounge unpacks views and opinions on hot issues.
So we don't have SWAT here. We have ET, emergency task force. So special weapons and tactics, emergency task force, special task force. What the fuck is a special task force if it's not a bunch of guys with guns?
Three gentlemen who live and work in Hong Kong, and they are Michael Wu, chairman of Hong Kong-based Wu Lian Li Group, also a member of the 13th National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, country's top political advisory body. Gary Zhang Xinyu, newly elected Legislative Council member for New Territories north of Hong Kong, and Angelo Giuliano, Hong Kong-based Swiss financial consultant who's been living in the city for decades. Can I say that, Angelo?
We could say that, off and on. We could say that off and on.
Off and on, sure. All right, let's start with Angelo. Can you first introduce yourself a little bit? I understand you went to Hong Kong before its return to the motherland. Why did you make such a decision when many people, especially those in the West, were uncertain or even pessimistic about Hong Kong's future?
I personally had learned about the history. I thought that it was extremely important just to be part of that history of the handover of Hong Kong to China, to the mainland.
The X-Files covered it extensively, so did Millennium.
And I was actually in Hong Kong in 97, just to have a first experience in this. And I actually I had expected what China is today, just the emerging power, economic power, just that China is taking back its original power it's been holding for thousands of years. And I wanted to be part of that. To be part of that, I had to do a deep immersion to the Chinese society and try to see somehow with Chinese eyes, how Chinese were experiencing this, and just trying to bridge, maybe myself bridging the two worlds.
He said nothing wrong,
and the Western world. And I think Hong Kong is very emblematic of this bridge. It's the opening of China goes through Hong Kong, and it's been like this for a long time.
Actually, during your stay in Hong Kong, the city went through waves of twists and turns. Did you ever think of leaving? What kept you?
Absolutely. It was getting dangerous. Remember those people that were in the streets? They were actually claiming that they wanted freedom and democracy. And they were absolutely the opposite of that. The single reason that myself, I felt threatened, and I had personally lost my freedom, the same as millions of people in Hong Kong. It was a very hypocritical movement. And so I would have left Hong Kong if there was no national security law. My bottom line was national security law. And I thought I had a word to say just because of this Western foreign interference.
Where did you find this fucking guy? Where did you find this? At the end of a long line of guys you had to shoot, eh? Holy
fuck, it was manipulated by the West. So the trigger was really national security law. After that, really, a lot of people say that the handover was in 97. It is not 97. The real handover happened in 2020 when the national security law was enacted. That was the real
Well, you were all
handover.
shitting your pants thinking you were going to shit your
Hong
pants.
Kong was still colonized.
These guys were all coming out of heroin withdrawal for 350 years.
The old colonial mentality, and now finally Hong Kong is back to being rational, back to prosperity, and back to democracy. Because keep in mind
Chief,
one thing:
step off my tobacco
if there's no
plants.
sovereignty, there can be no democracy.
Interfere in that.
So above everything, we needed to restore the sovereignty of Hong Kong, of China over Hong Kong. After that, it became a China internal affair. Now I watch from outside, because now this is whatever happened in politics in Hong Kong is Chinese affair, is Hong Kong people's affair, not a foreigner affair. I'm just stand by, on the side and watching.
Well, how come the Vietnamese call us beautiful people and you call us foreign devils? Don't ask that.
You've got a very
true, but don't
unique understanding of Hong Kong's history and present. So now we got another guest who's also had a very unique experience. Gary, your experience of becoming a LegCo member in Hong Kong seems, to me quite unique. Because you were not born in Hong Kong.
The idea of a shootout
and
at a fucking
becoming
bank
a LegCo member, you
just
were a
uncivilized.
railway
What the fuck is wrong with your
so
society?
Can you tell us how you became so closely involved in the development of the city?
Just like you mentioned, perhaps not many people know that I actually grew up in Shenzhen. I came to Hong Kong to
That's where my TV set
when
was
I was
made.
a teenager, and I stayed on and became a permanent resident of Hong Kong. So Hong Kong did offer me a lot of opportunities for my personal development, such as the higher education, family. I met my wife in Hong Kong, and we have 3 kids now. And as well as
this isn't really my song. I bought it in Hong Kong. It's
qualified as a professional engineer in Hong Kong. So this city really gives me a lot, and I feel that it's time for me to contribute and to return the favor. So that's how I got, like you mentioned, closely involved in the development of the city.
Can I ask, when did this idea of becoming a LegCo member pop up in your mind? Why did you decide to run for a seat in the legislative
council? When I got told I was going to do that.
After graduation, honestly speaking, I planned to work as an engineer and as a railway professional for many years. And MTR is truly, the metro company in Hong Kong, MTR is truly my nurturing ground. Well, I wished to spend decades to work there. But since 2019, as a frontline public transport worker, I witnessed those chaos and those very sad moments happening in our city. And that's the moment I realized that I got to do something. I cannot imagine the Hong Kong continuing to descend
a
down.
wall. That is considered
that would be the Hong Kong that has no place for people who did not speak the same language that only the extremists spoke. Just like the other guest just mentioned, during that time, the family seriously considered living in Hong Kong. It wasn't difficult for a professional engineer like me to make a decent living in any other part of the world. But the more I saw the social and political division of Hong Kong, the more I grew to cherish and remember those wholesome life that once was the norm.
No, I know all the dentists are Chinese. That's not the problem.
The matter is absolute, and the flows. I would stay with the city. The city I love passionately and dearly, and
it's
with
Toronto,
the changes
right?
in the political environment,
You better say Toronto.
Of national security
He's wearing
law,
a Blue Jays hat.
I started to see more opportunities for me to perform.
Maybe not. He's got a Roberto Alomar jersey on, I guarantee.
And I get more involved in policy discussions among different related stakeholders. So last year I decided to run for the LegCo election, and fortunately I became elected, and it is one of the best choices and moments in my life.
That makes perfect sense. You live there, your future is closely linked to the city, and you want to do something or put this city on the right track.
That makes perfect sense. This is all propaganda. By the way, this is the dictionary definition of propaganda. It doesn't mean it's not true necessarily, but it is the dictionary definition of propaganda.
You were born in Hong Kong and grew up there. We could call you a genuine Hong Konger. after receiving
Because
further
there's
education
fake Hong
in
Kongers.
the United States, you went back
Without
to
saying
Hong
it,
Kong
that's what they both
in
just said.
late 1980s, at a time when Hong Kong saw a small but increasing
But one way
number
or
of its
another, there's
residents
at least 100
leaving the
years of
city.
British people
So
that are
why
really
did you
basically
decide to
Chinese that
return?
look
Was
white.
it mainly because
And
you
then you've got all the
had a
kids
family
between the two
business
fucking
to
groups.
inherit?
But
Thank you.
somehow,
Thank you for
there's
the
genuine
question.
Hong Kongers.
Now,
He
first of
showed
all,
up in
when
1997,
you are in
but he's
Hong
a genuine
Kong,
Hong
You
Konger.
are a Hong Konger, okay? No
Look at
matter
all the
which
people that have
side
been there
of the
since
world you come.
1898,
Hello,
just waiting for
Gary,
that fucking
we are
ball
all
to drop.
Hong Kong.
Right,
Huh?
right.
Most important of all, that we work together hand in hand, heart to heart. To your
Hand in hand is when you're handcuffed to the next fucking
the more I
guy.
treasure and value my being Chinese as my ethnic origin. After all, like what my Jewish
I know
friends
Chinese guys that won't
said to
speak
me,
Chinese to other
we
Chinese
are
people because
nothing
they're in Canada,
when
so we will
lose
speak
our
English or
ethnic
perhaps French to
identity.
do business here.
Well, I must tell
Holy,
you that
you're serious,
sarcastically enough, I learned from my U.S. professor more Chinese and more Chinese history than I was in Hong Kong. And I learned about the past history of a weak China that faces lots of difficulties, limitation, challenges.
I don't know where the
and lack
cover
of
went. I
development.
had it. It is gone now.
Understanding how urgently we have to make China stand up, grow, and be great again, I made up my
Oh, you're
mind
right.
to return
kids,
to Hong
whatever.
Kong
And I got a bunch
and
more.
be in our motherland. After all, like what
Does it make me a
US
genuine Hong
President
Konger?
John F. Kennedy has said, ask not what the country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. But that's what my thought is.
Can you
when
say
I
Cold War
just made
rhetoric?
up my mind to
That's
return
what it
to Hong
invokes.
Kong.
There are
Right.
110-year-old
Thanks for the
Chinese men
correction.
looking at
So
their
maybe
SEIKO
Hong
5s,
Kongers
which are
more
gold,
accurate
and looking at
than-
mine
than
going,
I should use
he's
to
going to war,
describe
eh?
you. I understand all three of you are Hong
He's
Kongers.
getting ready for it.
So now you, Michael, you're serving,
That is some scary shit
also
right
serving
there.
as a member of the country's top advisory body, as we've mentioned, the
Oh,
Chinese
fuck, I think
People's
that's an awesome-
Political Consultative Conference. So
But
has
thankfully,
the
mine just
identity
bleed.
of a national political advisor helped you see things differently, especially when it comes to Hong Kong-related issues?
Oh, definitely. I would say that being a national political advisor, it is a pleasure with a P-L-E-A and a pressure as P-R-E-S-S. It motivates me to view issues from a different point of view, which is a more macro.
Because there's 110-year-old Chinese people listening right now.
National strategic level and a standpoint. Say, for instance, for the One Belt, One Road point of view, we should make more contribution to the world as a responsible country and assist other countries. Infrastructure building, education.
Hey, we
For
need
example,
clean
we're
water in
planning
Canada.
to
I
build
know we own 1,000
4,000 schools
Raupus, but they
in
won't let
Iraq
us use
in
them.
the coming
Why?
5
Because they
years,
get the money's
and
worth out of
also
them. I don't get it either,
buildings,
sir.
etc. Well, after all, we firmly believe that multilateral cooperation is much more constructive than confrontation. This is my new, a different view from after being a national political advisor.
Right, we've got some taste or flavor of how a political advisor to the nation or his perspective of the country's development. So we'll have more of that later in the show. Now we take a look over the past 25 years. Looking back, since its return, what event or events would you say was the most important?
The heroin crisis!
Hong Kong's future. Angelo, would you please name one or two?
I meant the one here, the recent one here.
I had mentioned just before
the last 20 years
national
one.
security law. That was symbolically a very important event.
Right.
But I would say more like practical, something more practical and very tangible. It's just I remember going back and forth from Hong Kong to Guangzhou. That would take me the whole day. There's no the connections you have now. Now it is just mind-blowing what you see. Just I live in close to the station at Austin. I just go downstairs.
When I was a kid, I had to ride the electric trolley bus, fucking all the way to the station and past it to get to school every fucking day. 2 hours before school fucking started.
And so there are multiple points.
And all my friends look like you.
Used to
the
have
hell?
Just a few points. Now it has become so integrated. And remember, it is very interesting to see the whole integration.
Okay, this is the part of the spiel where they go on about how great China is at building infrastructure.
High-speed railway. It is making the lead time closer. It is making China much closer, and much more united, much more efficient.
Next will be air
quality. It's very interesting. I've been learning.
And then will be the nuclear power plant they design.
You build up infrastructure, the foundation for growth and prosperity.
Because Hong Kong can't have none of that unless it's part of China.
Showing how actually Hong Kong is going to be integrated in this huge project of the Greater Bay Area. The combined GDP of the Greater Bay Area is $1.7 trillion. We are talking about the size of Italy in a very small area. And the prospects are huge. Just, it's going to be benefiting, from the growth of China. And from actually not only the growth of China, the integration of China within Eurasia, and also this new trend of a shift of economy power towards Asia. So this
Eurasia means Russia. Let's not fuck around. If he says Eurasia, he means Russia, and he also is referring to that they can ship by land to, let's say, Germany, and now the UK through the channel.
And those times are actually very
put a container on a rail car, and it will leave Hong Kong and hit London without ever having to come off the rails or anything.
I'm not even touching the question of Taiwan, but that's my biggest wish, is that Taiwan comes back peacefully. And hopefully they will see that.
Please don't make Papa mad. Don't make him bring out he doesn't want to punish you with the stick. He has the bamboo stick ready, but he just wants you to come home.
I will also say that the moment that in 2020 that the central government decided to intervene, that's definitely
games too, motherfucker.
A very long impact to the future of Hong Kong. And from our observations, I think Hong Kong society has been gradually restored to
Marie Curie started her work after this shit started.
More and more Hong Kong people.
Fukushima was 10 years ago. You're still at the same good. Hold on. North and South Korea have a better working relationship than you guys. You know that, right?
And cohesive. And we begin to reflect on what true prosperity means. Hong Kong has always been a very rich city, but we need to fight against the severe income disparity. And now everyone in the city to live with dignity. And we begin to have the chance to reflect on what is the real identity of
Akira Toriyama Sandland.
Home city, and it's of course a world city, but fundamentally Hong Kong is part of China. So again, I think the intervention by central government in 2020 has really been very meaningful, and will definitely influence the future 25 years.
Either rolling with us, or you get rolled by us.
Michael, do you have a different opinion or any other moments that you think is, more definitive? Or
well, I think from my point of view, the national security law, let's say if Hong Kong is a phone, a mobile phone, the national security law changes the operating system, upgraded it to a more reasonable, secure, and effective system. And the electoral reform.
Hey, dude, the implant in your tooth is about to go off, bro. There's 4 of them. If you set off all 4, there's a panel of judges. If they all hit the buttons, you're done.
Gary to perform well with capability and patriotism, so that the apps can also work hand in hand, and people are more brave, outspoken.
You already are required to show photo like real identification to get a cell phone number in China. It's been that way for several years, like since 2015.
We have wasted a lot of time.
And they all thought it was a good idea. They all agree it's a good idea.
For pointless,
they don't get spam text messages like we get.
Issues, we need to catch up. And this is national security law and the electoral reform give us the opportunity to catch up.
We need
to make up the time. that we have lost.
Every time they say national security law or national security.
And opinions on hot issues.
He said it 6 times at least. I swear to God, I found it outside a restaurant that went out of business.
The national security law, but has the national security law scared away foreign investment or inbound tourists, as some people would argue?
Inbound tourists. Dual
Michael?
development dynamic.
In the short term,
and I forget what the other one was. DD-DDD. Dual development dynamic.
Overseas financial institution, the professionals may.
I think it was just get guap. I think Xi Jinping got on national radio saying get guap.
But this is understandable. However, as people and the financial institution know more about
if you can't read that, it says Rob Ford,
especially
mayor.
The stability that would introduced after the national security law and electoral reform, especially when the new government
to Chinatown and all these weirdo fucking gangs out here
commence their duty after July 1st, and also that the COVID will ease off.
Wait, what happened to the whole lot? See, while we're on holiday, these motherfuckers are timing things.
The rest of the world, I firmly believe they will act.
You know, North America went on holiday Thursday,
investment
5 p.m. and we ain't coming back till Tuesday around 1 in the afternoon.
As a matter of fact, I personally have speak with leaders in various European and Western Chamber of Commerce.
You Venmo them money? I don't even know what Venmo is. It just sounds funny.
They are staying. They are maybe a wait and see attitude, but definitely not moving
and yet,
away.
I can't help but I want an e-renminbi wallet.
The new government come in place, they will have much
I don't know
more
what I'd do with
confidence and not resume, but also to increase their investment.
Yes, absolutely.
By the way, I spent $9 on crap from your country last month.
At that time, Hong Kong was not stable. And I just want to touch a few things just about democracy. And actually, the fact that what they built in Hong Kong is very much inspired by.
They're going to keep going on about like what's culturally, socially acceptable, but they're going to use innuendo to hint at it.
Like something that has been used for thousands of years, meaning that it's not a beauty contest.
What would your grandmother say? Type of shit, okay? Like I know what not to do walking down my block because all the other old ladies will tell my grandmother. I know.
It's a system where you have people that get into power. You know, they get into management levels, you know, and they go up the ladder because of performance and because of deliverables. So I'm very confident that
the only way to get rid of a problem is to promote them out of your department.
Finally, as Michael just said, they can.
Why some people like me like being at the bottom.
There was a lot of waste of time. It was the system. People were seeking dividing. It was a dividing. It was not about how we can work together for the common good. So now this legislation is going to be extremely critical. It's going to be about
not say communism
on deliverables,
communal good,
because this is what people want in Hong Kong. I've been talking a lot to.
He knows what every single person in Hong Kong wants.
And the profile of Hong Kong people are not politicized. Most of people, they are focusing on tangible things. Tangible things meaning, oh, I want a house. I want.
Well, they will stay neutral and polite, as Asians generally will, and they put business ahead of talking shit about your politics. But they have had their hand on politics of the furthest reaches of Europe and North America for 200, 300 years. Yes, they have, because they've got family there.
Signed the petition for the national security law. People were just tired. We call this the silent majority. People that were not
too, because I know I missed
they were desperate for peaceful return of Hong Kong, rationality, you know, because they lost their
return, not like
and
Hong Kong will return home. You will return Hong Kong to us.
It's not the minority that should actually oppress the majority. This is not democracy. So I think from the investor perspective, it's extremely positive. You just don't want a place like Hong Kong that is about to fall into a color revolution. Investors didn't want that. Once there was a national security law, investors started to have confidence. And keep in mind that, you know, that
you threatened them all. They didn't.
Hong Kong is linked to China. the prospect of China is just amazing.
Investors.
It's being the most prosperous region in the world.
Everybody's looking at each other like, we don't know what the fuck to do.
When you say China, you mean the mainland of China, right?
Yeah, absolutely, the mainland. I mean, de facto, Hong Kong has always...
Of course, because there is only one China. See how he fucked up? He forgot to specify because he presumed there is only one China. No, you have to specify and reaffirm that.
You know, you have, on paper, you might have something, but in reality, it's a de facto reunification.
When you say people value those tangible achievements very much, what would you say is the most obvious and
by the way, what I really want to get is a Russian ZIL limousine. I don't care what the condition is. And if it doesn't run, we'll throw a Cummins in.
I would say, again, there are points to improve. I mean, income disparity, housing problems. I think Hong Kong could learn a lot from the mainland. Just in terms of deliverables, you know, like, what the achievement.
In every movie, isn't it? You could learn a lot from him. He's tried to kill me 4 times.
I hope that this concept of shared prosperity will be applied to Hong Kong too. You know, this is a
Hong Kong already has the money. That's why you were fighting over this at the beginning in 1890. Jesus, do I have that book here? I had it somewhere.
Let's make a small proportion of the people get rich, and it will trickle down. Now we are getting more fair. You know, they're going to the direction.
Confessions of an Opium Eater is here. I just don't know where I put it.
Why don't we have a shared prosperity, more equal? And I think this would be a good thing.
I don't think that's my first time. No, I read it from the library. I got a copy.
We know Hong Kong can solve those problems. I would say 2 things, you know, shared prosperity and housing problems. Once they do that, then they get the backing of the most of the people.
You've actually named some issues or problems Hong Kong needs to deal with.
Doesn't he see? I can't tell if he's Chairman Mao or fucking
obvious progress.
The goofy one from North Korea. What's his name?
Achieved over the past 25 years, and the problems as well. It still has.
You can never send me on missions there now because they will target me.
Yeah, sure. Let me first.
And I don't care. You don't care. But everybody around me will be a
engineer. Definitely, I would like to point out that in fact, in the past 15 years, we actually rolled out and completed the 10 major infrastructure projects, including the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, and also some railway projects, and also a very signature railway project, the Guangzhou-Shenzhen-Hong Kong Express Railway, the high-speed rail.
Hong Kong's like, I don't want to get my nails done, and China's sitting there smoking a cigarette, and there's 6 ninjas holding Hong Kong down while 8 Korean girls do the nails.
Development in terms of housing, cultural district, new development zone, and
new developments. What are developments?
Transportation infrastructure. So I would say these are the very obvious and encouraging progress.
The voice recognition is going to hear nudie over and over.
Achievements will actually
they don't put a break where the space is
in the next 10 years. In terms of the issues you just mentioned, definitely we all agree
shoes. I got regular shoes. What are shoes?
In Hong Kong is to be improved.
Not He didn't say shoes. He said shoes. You retard.
Subdivided flats issue there. Even up to now, near 500,000 of residents they squeezed in very tiny rooms, and these are some very urgent matters that we need to tackle. And also,
I take design cues from the Hong Kong cage homes, and if you could see
cities and develop a better segmentation with
just a different color
in terms of our future economic growth.
And Michael, what would be the biggest progress Hong Kong's made from your perspective, or the thorniest issue Hong Kong has to deal with?
I like it. A lot of people wouldn't.
Yes.
I got
I'm
shitloads
part
of
of the Hong Kong Trade Development Council,
on these shows.
And we are proud of Hong Kong being the exhibition center of the world. For example, in the past 25 years,
what about tulips, motherfucker? What about the horticultural show on the fucking Dutch flower exchange? I'm gonna fucking lose my temper. Hey, who exports the most soy sauce, bitch?
In other areas, especially in the wine industry,
Asian country
Hong Kong is playing an important role, and gradually in the art sector as well. And from the financial sector, we are proud to see Hong Kong's trading volume increasing, also buying out London Metal Exchange. That is a significant global step as well. And that also signifies Hong
When
Kong's
you're half
role
listening, you
in
shouldn't have been.
the double circulation, which means
Double
as
circulation,
a hub for the
dual development dynamic.
with China
No, there's
and
another
with the
D in
rest
there.
of the world. I think that is
Double-
a great
double
achievement.
circulation.
The main reason behind that, if I may say,
Are you telling me all you
is
cocksuckers
a
bought G-Shock
reliable
watches
system,
too? I don't believe you.
legally, professionally,
You
and
bought
with
Apple
proper
watches,
talent,
didn't you?
but most importantly, is the entrepreneurial